Hello, everybody. We have something super unique today. I'm Danna Luke here with Berwin and Danna Luke from Geisha, obviously, and Berwin from ekta. And we have guest Steven, who is from Have NFT. And hi, Steve. Welcome to the show. And could you please tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Sure. Thank you so much. The most pressing question is probably, what does HAVE mean, right? HAVE stands for Humble Alpha Veteran Empowerment. Humble Alpha comes from the book that my co-author and I wrote, Lane Balone, Unleash Your Humble Alpha. It's a leadership book based on 5 models that you can live by. It's like an operating system. And the veteran empowerment comes from the last 4 years that Lane and I have had leadership in the veteran space with live events, online events, retreats, and training for entrepreneurs in the veteran space. And we're taking an existing community with an existing real world impact, and we're bringing them into the NFT world by taking challenge coins and making them NFTs. A challenge coin goes back to the Roman times, where soldiers would receive these coins from their commanders for doing good deeds or winning a battle. And that continues to this day. There are millions of challenge coins. It's the #1 military collectible. So we're taking the existing community, the existing collectible with history, and we're taking them into the digital economy with the help of our amazing partner, ekta.
That's amazing to hear. So that is a NFT collection, and what's the size of it, and how far along are you guys on the process?
Right. So we're doing 4 drops. We're starting with the Marines. So we're working with the mascots. So the Marine is a bulldog. Then we have the Air Force, which is a falcon, and then we have the Navy, which is a goat, and then we have a mule for the Army. And we're dropping 5,555 of the NFTs on the first drop on the 7th of March. That's the Marine Bulldog, 150 different variations. There's a few hidden surprises in there, as well as the possibility, if you happen to acquire 2 NFTs and you get a male and a female bulldog, you might be able to do something with those 2 to create something else. So let's leave it like that. How's that sound?
Amazing. And so Berwin, they're launching on ekta, right? Could you tell us a little bit about what you guys are?
This is quite a historic event because they're launching on ekta, which is ekta has our own mainnet, so it's an ekta chain. We have an ecosystem, so we're launching, of course, our NFT marketplace. We have other things like, blockchain lottery, fractional properties. We have staking pools. We have DeFi. We have like fractional VCs. We have so many things that you can enjoy and benefit from our ecosystem. So Have is minting on our ecosystem and minting on an NFT marketplace. So any of the Have NFT holders will enjoy privileges and benefits from the ekta ecosystem, such as staking. For example, from staking Have NFTs, you will get ekta token rewards. Ekta's been up 1,400% the last month. So, you enjoy that upside. And then, we have a lot of IDOs coming up, 100x to 1000x IDOs in our metaverse space, our hybrid exchange, our blockchain lottery, NFT drops, our gaming NFT mints, and so much more. So yeah, it's a win-win for everyone.
Certainly. We had one of our holders inside of Geisha Tea House that actually, after having Berwin on, invested into ekta, and he's sitting pretty right now for sure.
Yeah, I heard he was happy.
I heard he was happy.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, what is the sort of, you spoke about the staking ability of the Have NFT. What is like the list of the main utilities for people that own Have, and what do you guys have in store for the holders?
Well, we have the real world, and then we have the digital world. The digital world, Berwin just went through a lot of it. That's on the ekta side and the marketplace and staking and all these things. But it's also in the digital space where we have the online events, or we have access to the community. Because when military folks, not only veterans, but their families, when they leave the military community, they lose a massive purpose. They lose their family, sort of lost, and we're bringing that back. Remember, we're not recreating the wheel. We're taking all the resources out there and consolidating them so we have more punch and more power into the veteran space and their families. Now, what I didn't mention is that for every drop, we're gaining 25 veteran nonprofits to which we drop profits in every time that someone acquires an NFT. So after the 4 drops, we'll have 100 veteran nonprofits where we're donating every single time someone acquires an NFT. So you're not only doing something good for yourself and you can gain wealth and access to all of the possibilities that Berwin just mentioned, but you're helping a lot of veterans out there and their families. It's pretty impressive. And that's what we're all about. We're really all about that.
Yeah, and actually, Steve, apart from veterans, he's also helping some charities in Bali.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Which ones?
And that's the beauty.
Part of
or from ekta, we have 3 charities that we work with. We have Soul Men, we have Indonesia Aid, and we have Plastic Exchange. So yeah, they'll select one of them to help the Bali Foundation.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Global. Our mission, honestly, if you want to look at the big picture, is to recreate what it means to have an army. Because you got to realize we have 18 million veterans in America that were in the military. That's an army. That's the biggest army in the world, probably. If we can redefine what that means, when we have our have missions, which is where a bunch of veterans get together, go somewhere and help. We can go to Bali and help reforestation. We can go wherever we go as veterans and redefining what does it mean when an army deploys. It means good philanthropic or economy or sustainability. That's really where this is going. And that's that purpose that we miss when we leave the military. That's something bigger than ourselves. Incredible possibilities out there, especially in the metaverse as well.
Absolutely. So how did this initial idea essentially started? Like what was the initial push and how did it all come together?
Well, I had an idea to set up an investment fund specifically for veteran-owned businesses and hedge real estate against those businesses so that we could secure the funding for the investors. And I was talking to an advisor, Sven Milner, who is our advisor. And I said, hey, I want to do a crowd campaign with actual challenge coins. And he's like, what's a challenge coin? I explained to him the history and he said, wow, why don't we just do NFTs? And 3 days later, he went to Berwin. Berwin's like, I'm in, let's do this. And it started. That was literally the process. And that's what I love about this space. It's the emotion and the passion behind it, right? We'll figure out the structure later, but let's do this because we love it. We got the passion behind it. You don't find that in real business. I come from like the structured corporate, world where it's like, okay, wait, let's sign contract. No, let's just do this. I love it. Amazing.
Right.
It's amazing.
Crypto.
Absolutely. Well, that was very, very, very similar story to ours. So yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
like
second that.
We just have like such a great synergy, all of us.
Yeah. That's key, amazing. Man. That's key. It's awesome.
And so with your marketing efforts and where could people find you guys and what's the main communication channel and
right?
How do you...
Yeah, sure. You can drop these links later, but it's have-nft.com. That's where you will mint as well. It will automatically connect to the ekta marketplace on that website, and you will be able to acquire with ekta, or we're working on the credit card purchase for those who, because a lot of the veterans aren't familiar with the crypto or the NFT space yet. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible for them just to walk in and get what they what they want. You can find us on Discord, of course, right? The Have community is on Discord. It's popping, it's pumping. All of the founders. This is what I want to say real quick. So one of the big things that are different about us is there's Berwin, here's me. You can see Sarah, you can see Lane every day in the Discord channel live. We're very transparent, very accessible, and we have public reputations to lose, right? Absolutely. So that's, I think it's a big difference that we're like, hey, look, here we are. I get messages every day and I answer every single one of them. That doesn't mean everybody watching should write me, but I answer every single one. And people are surprised. Yeah, people are surprised, like, oh, you're so accessible. And that creates that trust and sort of credibility that, hey, man, we're here to stay. Right. This is a real project that has long legs. And what ekta is doing is incredible. And we just want to be a part of that and help with our army to deploy what the magic is that ekta is doing.
That's amazing. I heard that you guys are working with a veteran who received the Medal of Honor. Could you tell me a bit more about that and the rest of the team as well?
Yes, of course. Well, Florent Groberg is his name. He's the first American immigrant to receive the Medal of Honor since Vietnam. He's actually a young guy. just a hero. You know, there's only 66 living Medal of Honor winners on the planet. And it's the rarest award. I don't want to say winner. I'm sorry. It's a recipient. They don't win the award. They receive the award. Right. There's only 66 living. So it's very rare to have someone like that. And someone who displayed that kind of bravery and selflessness and is just someone who we want to have on board. Right. I mean, that's what we're all about. That's selfless service. And it's having a selfless service. People are like, well, yeah, metaverse. No, it's about the real world impact. That's the only reason. And that's the only person that we could partner with on this was ekta, because they're the only one that specifically focuses on the real world impact. It's so important for us. But, you know, we don't just want to put a picture up there and say, hey, oh, that's a beautiful picture. No, we want to have that full on utility with the real world impact, because that, we believe, is the only way to sustain what we're doing now. And that's just, you know, for us, it's key.
That's amazing. Now, Have NFT is the first NFT collection launched on ekta ecosystem. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's so we're launching. So we have our own mainnet, we have our own bridge, we have our own blockchain browser, and in our ecosystem, one of the other things we're launching is our NFT marketplace, which is happening in March. And our first major launch, probably one of the biggest NFT launches of the year for the physical world into the blockchain, is Have NFT. And
Yes.
It's really exciting, and we're helping people. You know, our mission vision is to bridge blockchain to the physical world and improve people's lives and then help the environment. And with Have NFT and Steven and what they're doing, it's like thoroughly aligned to our ethos. And you know, I'm so happy that this is happening. And with Geisha Tea House and you guys, you know, we're like brothers.
Exactly.
You know, lots of Geisha Tea House holders are hectarians as well. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
like
I'm a holder.
It's partnerships. It's
That's
all
amazing.
about that, right? It's
Danna
all about the
Steve.
love.
I was waiting, like, okay, you can boom, and I was like right on time on the first
Yeah,
one.
it works.
I'm a Geisha Tea House holder.
Yeah.
I have their NFTs. We have a lot,
too.
actually.
Yeah.
There's some whales over here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, Steve, you talked about how the idea for Have started. Now, how did the partnership with ekta come together, and what was the, you know, how did you all meet and get this ball rolling?
Well, again, you know, I spoke to Sven Milner, who was our advisor for the investment fund, and he said, well, let's do the NFTs. And I said, well, I have no idea how to even start that. And he goes, well, I know a blockchain partner. And so he spoke to Berwin. We spoke and we hit it off immediately. It was literally, I don't know, 10 minutes, 10-minute call. And we're like, okay, let's do it. And that was it. I mean, that's the beauty of this space. Like, we're fast movers. You know, this is, as you know, Bitcoin at $100, or you know, the internet, where everybody's worried about the website. Like, oh, what's the website? Screw the website. This is about the internet. You know what I mean? Like, this is huge. So anybody who's out there who's like, huh, what do I do? I mean, I've talked to every single friend of mine and said, you better get some ekta now, because it's like, woof, it's going up. And if you just heard and understood what Berwin just said about the projects that are coming, you know what that's going to do to the price, right? Not to mention listing on other exchanges. So I'm just saying, no financial advice here, but get your ass in some ekta.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, if you're a Geisha Tea House holder, we're partners, and you have a Have NFT, you're gonna benefit from our ecosystem. You're not. This is not OpenSea. This is not a marketplace. You're minting in an ecosystem.
Absolutely.
This is different.
Speaking of which, we might have some whitelist spots for Geisha Tea House holders. Awesome. Let's talk about that a little bit. Do you guys have a whitelist? What's the process of essentially purchasing the NFT? Sure. And you need to purchase an ekta tokens, correct?
Yeah. Yes. You need to purchase an ekta tokens. And we're working on the credit card purchase as well, in case you want to forego that, which it should be up and running. But the whitelist, we have a private list for friends of Have and ekta. Then we have a whitelist. Then we have the public offering. It's not going to make it to the public offering. We're pretty sure of that right now. Matter of fact, we're 100% sure of that right now. But the private list, we would open up to you, of course, because of everything that you've done for us and that we've working together. So anybody who wants to get on that list, there'll be a link, I guess, in the or maybe you can do it in your Discord channel to make it more, you know, sort of targeted. Yeah. But it's a private list, which means it's before the whitelist.
Got it. And it all happens on March 13th, you said?
7th.
7th. Got it.
7th is the private sale. Yes.
Right. What are the gas fees like on ekta?
Half an ekta. I mean, last month it was 20 cents. I mean, it's just like probably it's probably $3. It's still nothing. It's $3, more or less. Depends on the price of ekta, but it's not gonna be like Ethereum,
Like
which is
Ethereum.
like 70.
Yeah, and see, that's
$200.
part of it
Oh,
as
it was
well. That's
25.
that's part of it as well, is that, you know, we talk about sustainability, saving the planet, all these things. This is a part of it. You know, those low gas costs, the low fees, that's part of it as well. I mean, that's the beauty of this ecosystem. You know, they build it themselves. Like, we want it the way we want it, to that aligns with our morals.
We have our own
principles.
mainnet, and we're
Yes.
also probably one of the greenest chains out there. We're using proof of authority, and so we're using the minimal energy as possible to mint an NFT.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
And now, Steve, you did mention that Have is essentially 4 collections in total, right? What is the
Right.
when are the, because on the March 7th there's only going to be the first Bulldog collection released, right? What is the plan for the other 3, and how does that all kind of, you know, work together? All these different collections and.
Sure. So, you know, the process can go on forever if we're honest about it. It's an ongoing thing, because once we launch the first one, we're going to bring in the investment fund again, and then we're going to do the, like Berwin was saying, fractional real estate investment, fractional VC, and you know, all these different kind of things. The first drop is 5,555 Marine Bulldog NFTs. If anyone doesn't know why 5555, look it up. You'll see why. And then the next drop will be in about 40 days. If everything goes well. As you know, it's a process, right? The more you mint, the more you release, the quicker it goes, the easier it goes. And so about every 35 to 45 days, we'll be launching. And so by June or July, we should have all 4 out. Now, if you happen to acquire all 4, right, of the mascots, we are probably going to mint a free token for anyone who has all 4, meaning you can't buy that token. Sorry, that NFT. You can't buy that NFT. We're considering this. We want to reward those who believed in the mission, right? We want to reward those who say, "Wow, we see what ekta is doing. We see what Have is doing. We want to help the veterans and their families and have an impact in the world for real, and actually feel good about owning an NFT, other than just making revenue." You know what I mean?
Right.
And also they're going to benefit from the ecosystem, so they're going to get free lottery NFTs. They're going to get whitelist to our IDOs, and you know, our IDOs are going to 100x or 1000x, staking rewards, lots of other NFT mints that are asset backed. It's not just pixelated art. There's an asset behind it. So it's quite unique.
And so you can stake the NFT. Is the staking going to be available from the start, or is that further in the roadmap, or?
Right in the beginning.
Right in the
beginning.
Yep.
We're a functioning ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
we have
I've
really good
already
APR, 3-digit APR for you.
Yeah, I just staked some more ekta today. When I just bought some more and then staked it today. Yeah, so did Sarah, the other co-founder. She also bought some and staked it today.
Amazing. So how big is the team behind Have? How many people are essentially running the project at the moment?
Well, there's 3 founders: myself, Lane Balone, who's also a veteran, and we have Sarah Singh from Australia. She's our real estate partner. She's the pro in real estate. She's also for the investment fund. She's the one who does all the deals with the real estate. She owns a portfolio in America. Fantastic woman. We had a business together a few years ago, and she's just someone who really knows her business and is dedicated. And so she joined us. And then we have Pat Wenger from Canada. She's an ex-CFO from the oil and gas community. She's our real life bulldog. Like, she's like, you know, the pit bull doesn't let go, makes it happen. It keeps making sure that the structure's there behind us, you know, visionaries, if you will, right? It's like, come on back down to earth. Let's make this happen, kind of thing, right? And so that's the entire team. And then that's the entire founders team. And then we have, of course, and we're sort of like this, our team with Berwin, and we're sort of.
I think we're about right now in the Have team. We're about 20 of us. Working together.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it is because we work in cohesion, like we're one team, and it's the most effortless partnership that I've ever had, and I've had
Yeah,
a
we
lot
got
of
the
partnerships.
marketing, the tech, the moderators. We got the strategy team. We got everyone.
The team
Yeah,
is big. Yeah.
It's a fun team. Happy family.
yeah, it's amazing. It is.
I
It's
can
incredible. It's a
imagine.
lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That's amazing. Now, Steve or Berwin, do you guys want to touch on anything else? Because I know Steve, you have to go and you'll get a run. Should we touch
Well,
on anything before we?
Well, sure. I think I think that if we go back to the beginning when I talked about Humble Alpha, right? This is the book Humble Alpha, right? Unleash your Humble Alpha. Own your presence in life and become the epic leader you're meant to be. And it's this book has actually, believe it or not, been made into a university course, and now it's available at Forbes School of Business and Technology as a course curriculum with credit hours. And Harvard and Stanford are right now about to sign the contracts to offer us to their students as offer this Humble Alpha course to their students. Harvard and Stanford, and where does that come from? That comes from focusing on an intention of no specific outcome, but a vision. When we focus on a specific outcome, we have blinders on. We can't see what's happening out here. And all these opportunities like Berwin and Ekta and Jason and Humble Alpha and the courses, we would miss all that, head to the grindstone. We always talk about focus on your intention, but you have a macro view of the world around you so that you could receive what's coming in your direction. And when I talk like that, people are like, who's this spiritual guy? I'm a crusher. Like, I'm a bone crusher. I've done business all over the world, right? I've lived in 7 countries, but that's the principles that we live by. And that's also why Berwin and I hit it off, because he's the same way. Like, let's do this. You don't go like this, you go like that. And that's this beauty of it. So anyone who's out there who wants to understand how we operate, grab Unleash Your Humble Alpha. I'm not trying to sell the book, but if you want to, hell, I'll send you a PDF if you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to make money off the book. I just want to get the message out there because it aligns so well with what we're doing with Berwin and Ekta.